Yo, what is up guys? He's Gaming here, and in today's video we are going to be discussing why Infinite Warfare is not selling like it should be, why the sales are down, and why the company is struggling with their game franchise in general. Now, the reason that Call of Duty is struggling as a game franchise is because of the fact that they aren't listening to the community when they make their games. Simple and plain. If they stop pushing off pay-to-win content like supply drops that give you an advantage over everybody that doesn't play the game 24/7 so they can earn keys, so they can unlock supply drops, so they can get guns that people can just buy. And if they didn't have their booster jetpacks and they had boots on the ground combat and they went back to old combat instead of this super futuristic combat that nobody wants anymore, then it would be something different. I mean, it's just ridiculous that they don't listen to the community, and I'm not calling shots or anything. I'm not disrespecting or trying to make Activision look bad. I'm just saying that they aren't listening to the community and they're paying for it. Their sales are down 43.6% on next-gen consoles from Black Ops 3 to Infinite Warfare. That means half of their player base almost has diluted. And I mean, it's well deserved, honestly. It's well deserved because they just aren't listening to the player anymore. They're doing what they want so they can make the most money, and it's not working. Nobody wants supply drops in the game that give you an advantage over everybody. Nobody wants a pay-to-win game. Nobody wants to play that. Nobody wants to pay extra money when they already pay to play the game in the first place, and they have to buy the game on top of paying for a membership to play the game. Unless you play on the PC. If you play on a next-gen console, though, you have to pay money to actually play the game, and then you have to buy the game. Nobody wants to spend extra money on supply drops. If they wanted to have supply drops and still make money, they should do it like CSGO and make it to where if you still want to make money, fine, you can do that. But the way you're going to have to do it is you're going to have to put like skins in there, emblems in there, titles in there, things that are cosmetic and they do absolutely nothing for the gameplay, and I'm sure people would have absolutely no problem with it. But if you're going to add guns into the game, just add them. Don't make us pay for them. Don't make us buy them. That's not fair. That's not fair to the rest of the players. You know, that's not fair to the casual gamer who doesn't want to spend money. That's not fair to the guy who doesn't have the money to buy it. And that's exactly why it's becoming pay to win. It's becoming a straight pay to win franchise, and it's not fair. And another reason that the game's not doing good is because Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2, and on top of them not listening to the player, if you're not going to listen to the player, players are going to play a game where they're actually listened to, which means that they're going to go play Battlefield 1 or they're going to play Titanfall 2. Instead of buying your game, they're going to buy a game which interests them more. And if I don't like your jetpacking and I don't like your futuristic game and I don't like your supply drops, well, I'm gonna go play Battlefield 1. You know why? Because it's boots on ground, it's not futuristic, and it doesn't have supply drops. That's three things. That's three reasons to go play it. Now, I'm a Call of Duty fan, and I love Call of Duty. I've always loved Call of Duty, but the way that they're choosing to go about making their games now is just not good. And the fact that they're not listening to the community really upsets me because I'm a player. I pay to play your game. I'm the consumer. You're supposed to make something that I want to buy. You're supposed to make something that I want to have. Something that I want to play, a game that's fun to me. And if you can't provide, I'm not going to play your game, and that's what people are saying, and that's why people aren't playing the game. I mean, the game is not doing good, and it probably won't do good. The only reason that it's probably at the point it's at right now is because of the Legacy and the Legacy Pro Edition. I personally bought the Legacy Pro Edition. The reasoning behind the game not being as bad because of the boots to ground combat thing is because Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered is boots to ground combat, so they did give us what we want in that perspective, but people don't want to pay $80 or $120 to play a remastered game that has already been out. I mean, yes, it's hacked, yes, it's broken on the other consoles, but it's already out. It's a game that they already made, and I don't want to pay $80 for it when I can get it for a fraction of the cost anywhere else. And that's the reason that people aren't buying it. And if they sold the remastered edition for $60 in the store straight up, I think people would buy it. I honestly do. I think people would actually buy it again. But they don't want Infinite Warfare, and that's why people aren't consuming the game. People aren't buying the game, is because people want combat that's boots on ground, it's modern. If it's not modern, it can be a little before, it can be a little in the future. But nobody wants this jetpack booster, exo slide, exo ability game with futuristic guns that shoot lasers, and nobody's wanting this. The community's not liking this, and that's very clear. The community is making this very clear. And the Activision wallet hit that they're taking right now is a good thing in my opinion, because maybe they will open their eyes and maybe they will see that they're not doing the job and that they need to change their advertising, they need to change the way they're making their games, they need to change everything. The trailer for Infinite Warfare did not do good. It did absolutely horrible. The game sales were absolutely horrible. That should be enough to open your eyes and say, okay, we need to rethink what we're doing. We're losing our player base. We're losing people that buy our game. And they are doing it. They're adding in these supply drops and everything to make money and to squeeze every dollar they can out of it. But with all the cuts you're taking, with all the money you're losing from people not playing your game anymore, you're not making as much money. You could be making so much more money if you just listen to the community and you change the way that the game is going. And that's what they are failing to realize, is that they could be making more money if they just went about it the way that the community wants them to. The community is the player. They deserve to have their voice heard, and they deserve to get the game that they want. They deserve to get the content that they want. Without the player, you have nothing. You won't have a successful game. You won't have any money, and the company is not going to get rich off of people that don't want to play a game. If you make a game that nobody wants to play, you will not make money on it. It's simple, and that's what they're not realizing. If they really wanted to increase their sales and get their player base back, what they would do is make it to where the players are listened to. But I'm going to stop ranting about it. If you feel the same way, or if you feel differently, please leave that in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy the video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.